Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the Morning Grain Comments. Well, happy first day of February. And January was pretty much an up month for the grain room. And we'll see if that continues in February. The three main issues that the market is trying to figure out price impact. Number one, certainly is the tension between Russia and the Ukraine. It seems like that has taken a back seat to some of the other news. And there is talk that if Russia invades Ukraine, that it might be after the Chinese Olympics. There's ongoing talk between U.S. and Russia about coming to terms that might be acceptable by Russia to pull their troops back away from the Ukraine border. We also note that in the weather front, the Paraguay continues to miss rains, and it's very hot there. We also note that we think we're going to get into a pattern where there might be less than normal rainfall again for southern Brazil and parts of Argentina. And you have a wide range of guesses as far as how much soybean has been lost, between maybe 500 million bushels to 900 million bushels, and somewhere maybe around 400 to 500 million bushels of corn. So the latest private estimates of the U.S. corn, soybean, and wheat S&D suggests that maybe the USDA is underestimating soybean demand and the carryout's closer to 300 than 350 million bushels. We also note that there is talk that possibly China, even though they're on holiday, may be asking for prices for U.S. soybeans. This could be a result of the lower South American crops. In the corn, the market expects somewhere around maybe 400 to 500 million bushels increase eventually in total corn demand, which would bring the carryout down to maybe 1,100 versus the government's 1,540. This due to maybe higher ethanol use and higher export numbers. And in the wheat, it continues to be a slow wheat export pace that could force the USDA to lower wheat exports and raise the carryout. We saw a steep sell-off in wheat yesterday, and there's not really a strong explanation for it. Some people say that last Friday, the fact that Russian wheat prices on a tender to Egypt were lower than expected triggered some selling. We also see that there's a snowstorm that will move across the southern plains over the next few days. The amounts of coverage, precipitous moisture is probably less than 0.3 of an inch, but they'll take anything right now. And it doesn't seem like this is necessarily a pattern change. So we're still looking for the month of February to be drier than normal across the southern plains. And then we'll be watching as far as any news on as far as money flow is concerned. And if the Fed is going to raise rates, it seems like people are backing off about a 5 basis points increase in March, more of a 25 basis points increase, and maybe somewhere between 3 and 5 increases in 2022. This to fight inflation. So we'll see if the market feels that that's enough to trigger more movement of money out of equities into commodities. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day, and remember, always try to treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.